Well, good morning, and it's not a bad day outside. It rained early this morning, but seems to be picking up nicely. Today's subject is really about the privacy, and that is to do with how information we put onto the internet is kept secure, but also what we tell AIs these days, and how some of that information is now becoming advertising that's aimed straight back at you, and the way that other things are happening in the marketplace. And I am, oh, shut the door. I'm looking at this in terms of the Mac system. Now I've got Mac, everything is Mac here. I do use Google because of things that are there from my days at university, and so I keep things going on that. But predominantly, I'm Mac, and so I use Gemini because it is very good. I've tried Pi and Grok and Claude and all the others, and I just prefer Gemini. So what Google is doing, I think, is talking to Apple, and Apple is saying we need a privacy system. It's very complex, and it's core to our business. So what I think is happening is that Google will give or allow a version of Gemini to work with Apple's interface together with whatever AI that they are putting together for release. So I think there's going to be a core interface AI for Apple, but it won't have the speed and intelligence of something as big as Gemini. So I think there will be I'll ask a question and it'll either answer it, or predominantly it will then allow Gemini to bring in the information and give that information across. But whatever it says and does will remain within the Apple ecosphere, the privacy sphere. And I like this. I think it's good. So the article I put together today is all about opening up the conversation of privacy. Not I keep it private, but the whole ecosystem about how information is stored, where it's stored. I use Apple Notes, as everybody knows. It's brilliant, it's great, but it's all stored within the Apple ecosphere. And that is important to me, and it's important to people that I have to work with. So I am pleased that Apple have not gone down a route because the marketplace demands it. Apple has gone down a route that says we need these core principles maintained, and one of them is privacy. And so Apple are doing all they can to try and sort out this problem. And I think it's a big problem, which is why they've taken so long about it. But there still remains the problem of what AI Apple is going to come up with, or already has come up with, and now is trying to work out how it can improve that by using different AIs out in the world. I think it will have not one but several. I happen to like Gemini, and I'm pleased with that. But I think there will be several coming in, but the core principle of working with that AI is that whatever it says and does remains within the Apple system. Okay, read the article, use it within your own knowledge base, build up your own ideas and concepts. I walked my dog this morning and had a very long conversation with Gemini about how space will become the next database data center, and how all the other systems are all pulling into place. It's going to be a long time scale, and I appreciate that, but it's an interesting conversation all the same. And it all comes down to one simple question I asked about what CAD systems are available to do that sort of work, because most of the CAD systems I use or have used are all construction based. and their gravity, and they have materials that are available. But in space, there's nothing like that, and it needs a whole different question. And that's the question that I asked. And I had a very long conversation, about 50 minutes worth, once I walked my dog. Best thing to do. Okay, be good. Talk to you later.